Hey guys, so I was hoping this video would start out a lot happier, a lot different, but here we are. So today was supposed to be Jane and Jackson's first day back to school since the whole COVID isolation thing. I mentioned in my COVID video, the video where I told you we had COVID, or at least I did, that the kids had to stay away from school or out of school for 24 days. So their theory was my 10-day isolation. When you get a positive test, you have to isolate for 10 days and then you're good to go. But then if you've been in contact with somebody, you have to quarantine for 14 days. So they wanted me to do my whole 10 days and then their 14 days would start, because technically they'd be in contact with us or around me on my 10th day of my isolation, and then their 14 days would start. So the kids have been looking forward to this, very much so. Jackson, his teacher, computer broke, and so they couldn't do Zoom for like 2 days, and then she messaged me and said that they weren't going to be able to get her another computer for a while, or they got her a computer but it was like really old, and anytime she signed on to Zoom it would like kick her out of all this other stuff. So he actually had to sign on with a totally different teacher that he's never met before. She's never met him, and he was on Zoom with her for 2 weeks. He seemed fine and she was really nice. It was just strange because I'm sure they all have around the same lesson plans, but you know, all teachers do different things. It was just an abrupt change, and so he hasn't seen his actual teacher or any of his classmates in over 2 weeks. Jane has been on Zoom obviously with her teacher, and she gets to see the kids in the class and everything. Jane was really good with Zoom or with virtual learning. She turned in all of her assignments. I rarely had to check in on her, but did she like it? No, she wants to be at school. She loves being at school. You could tell that her attitude about waking up in the morning to get on virtual was a lot different than when she wakes up in the morning to actually go to school. So anyways, we've been counting down the days. So here we are, Sunday night, which was last night, and all of a sudden Jane's stomach starts to hurt. I'm like, oh my gosh. She has had some like dairy intolerance issues recently, which is strange because Jackson actually had dairy intolerance issues when he was like 2 or 3, and his have seemed to go away. Like he's fine now to eat dairy. And Jane never had any issues until like maybe like a year ago, and all of a sudden she can eat dairy, but if she eats too much, then she gets like stomach cramps. So at first we thought it was that, and it's hard for an 8-year-old to tell you like, you know, how her stomach's actually feeling, or, you know, does it feel like the stomach cramps, or does it feel like you're actually going to be sick, blah, blah, blah. Well, she ended up being really, I wouldn't say really sick, but she's pretty sick. So she's thrown up a few times and she just looks sick. So the first thing she said was, am I still going to be able to go to school tomorrow? And I was like, no. And so not only is she sick and devastated about being sick, and like that's no fun, but she didn't get to go back to school today, and she's really upset. Also, the school's doing like this fundraiser, fun run, like dance-a-thon thing, booster-thon, I don't know what they're calling it. And so all week, last week, and then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week, they're doing like fun activities in class and raising money and doing all this stuff. And she was excited to go back to be able to participate in that. So that's another bummer. She's not gonna be able to, like today when I dropped Jackson off, they're like playing music and dancing and stuff out in the car rider line. So anyways, yeah. I was hoping I would film the kids like getting ready for school. Oh, this is so fun. We're going back finally. Like the kid, I'm telling you, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but the kids were so excited. So Jackson was still excited. He was bummed that Jane wasn't with him. It's the first time he's like gotten out of the car by himself and everything and walked in by himself, but he did good. And when I left, Jane hasn't thrown up in like 9 hours, but when I left she felt like she was about to throw up, but I had to like run out the door. So I left her with Chris. So I'm gonna go in and check on her. I'm not sure what this vlog is gonna entail, but I might try to stretch it out to tomorrow and see if Jane feels better all day today, then she can go back to school tomorrow or even Wednesday and kind of film like her first day back as well. So I'll just keep updating you guys. I have no idea. This is just, I'm trying not even to think about it too much because we just got over COVID, or I should say, I've been feeling better for 2 weeks now. Nobody else has had symptoms, but we've been in like the COVID, like we can't be around people. We'd had to isolate, blah, blah, blah. And then this, like all of a sudden we had the stomach bug. And if you guys remember, last time the kids all had the stomach bug. Usually if one kid gets it, they're all gonna get it. So that's another thing. I'm like, here we go. Like we just like gotta buckle up. And this is gonna be like a week or 2 weeks of everybody getting it. So that's been stressing me out last night and this morning. And also I'm like terrified of any illnesses as far as like the kids and everything. So the fact that we just had to deal with COVID and now we're having to do this, I'm assuming it's the stomach bug. She's never thrown up that much from like just something she's eaten, unless it was like food poisoning, but she's eaten everything that everybody else ate all week. So I don't know. It's just stressful. I got no sleep last night. One of the last times she threw up was like 11 o'clock, but she got up a few more times thinking that she was going to. And poor thing, she just was like crying, and you know how they are when they're sick. So tucking her back in and talking to her and everything. I think when I finally went to sleep it was like 2 a.m. and then I had to get up at 5:30 for getting ready for Jackson to go to school. So Piper has a foot therapy appointment today, so I actually have to go in and get dressed and look presentable for that, and we'll just take you along with our day. But I wanted to update you guys because I really was hoping this video would be a lot different, and it's not. So there's that. It has been a day. I had full intentions of coming on here and letting you guys know like how our day was going, but it was just too much going on. Let me see if I can make this not yellow. Hold on one second. Anyways, I really want to film Jane's first day back to school. I'm hoping it's tomorrow, but I'll give you guys a little update of what's been going on. And I wanted to talk about the whole COVID thing as well. What is all over my shirt? Just ignore that. So my main reason for this video was to film the kids going back to school and to give you guys a COVID update. So, if you guys don't know any about the COVID thing, I'll just leave the link in the description. You guys can go over there because I was already better when I made that video, so you guys know like my symptoms and everything. So ever since I made that video, I've been feeling great. No like lingering symptoms or anything. My full taste and smell is back. That did take a few days to come all the way back. Like I would still eat things and be like, this is not like full flavor, you know? And then Chris never had any symptoms at all. I think one day he had like a small headache and then that was it. I don't know if that was COVID or not. And then we never got the kids tested, but they never had any symptoms whatsoever at all. So the 10 days that I had my like isolation thing, if Jane were to have, so here's my theory. I'm pretty sure she had the stomach bug last night / today. But then I was like, I know with kids when they have COVID, they can have like throw up and stuff like that. But it would really be wild if that's what she had, which I really think it's wild that we had COVID and now we have the stomach bug. We as in her, which I'm sure it's gonna go through the house like it always does. Knock on wood that it doesn't, honestly. But unless she got infected by me on my 10th day and then showed symptoms on her 14th day,
Mom,
or
can you blow out the candles?
Not quite yet.
Why?
Because I'm not ready for them to be blown out.
Oh.
All right, go back in your bed. I'm gonna come give you a kiss in just a second, okay?
Okay.
It's their bedtime. I have no makeup on except for my eyelashes today, so my face looks really greasy. I apologize for that. Anyways, or I guess she could have gotten infected by me and then like have been sick for a few days or something with no symptoms at all, and then all of a sudden, like, maybe she's at the end of it and now got the stomach issue. I don't know. I guess it could be related, but I'm assuming that's not, and we're not going to get her tested. So we're just going to see how everybody else feels in the next few days and like play it by ear. So Jackson had a great day back at school and he absolutely loved it. It really helped that they're doing that booster-thon thing that I was talking about, and he got to bring home like prizes and stuff today. His interim report card came home, lots of fun stuff. So Jane's been feeling good today. She hasn't thrown up at all since last night, and she's eaten some and drank some, and she seems totally back to normal right now. So we're just gonna play it by ear and see how she is in the morning, and then possibly send her to school tomorrow. So you guys will see that in this video. But as far as the COVID stuff, so that was our family of 5. We had just me who had symptoms, but they were very mild, and then everybody else had no symptoms. Now, in that video, I told you that my brother and my sister-in-law and my mom also got tested positive for COVID as well. And all of their symptoms were, I would say, milder than mine. My mom was just very tired and a little achy for a few days. And then my brother was saying like tired, and my sister-in-law, who is pregnant, had like a slight cough. I don't think anybody had a fever. My sister-in-law, who's pregnant, was also like really tired, but she's like, I don't know if that's from the pregnancy because she's in her 3rd trimester or from COVID. My niece and my nephew never got it that we know of. My other brother who was there never got it that we know of. He never got tested. And then my dad did get tested. I told you guys that in the video, I think, when my mom got tested. Hers came back positive, his came back negative, and then my dad never got any symptoms, so he just never got retested. So thank God, when I made that video, I was past my 10 days, but they were not. They were kind of in the middle of it, and I was just hoping their symptoms would stay mild, and they did, and we're very, very thankful for that, because we know that that's not the case for everybody, and we're really lucky in that regard. So that's the update with that. I'm assuming everybody's in the clear. We're good to go as far as that. And it was scary. It was emotional. And I said in that video, it's just really scary for me since I'm pretty sure I'm the one that gave it to everybody. I mean, I guess somebody else could have had it and their symptoms didn't show up for a few more days. I don't know. It just makes more sense that I probably gave it to everybody. So that was very nerve-wracking. So here we are now battling the stomach bug. Thankfully, Jane's doing better. Usually when our family gets the stomach bug, somebody gets it and then there's a day off, and then somebody gets it the next day, and then there's a day off, and then somebody gets it the next day. So I'm assuming tomorrow's gonna be a day off, and then sometime this next week, somebody else will get it. We did do a good job of keeping Jane quarantined in her room today. And all day yesterday, like, she had her own bathroom, and I haven't even cleaned that bathroom yet. I've been like spraying stuff in there, but I haven't done like a good clean. I know that I think you can be contagious up to like 48 hours after you last throw up or something. I don't know. So I'm just gonna wait it out a little bit, and this is the first time that I've been able to keep a child in a room by themselves for a whole entire day, and it was even hard for her, and she's 8 years old. She's like, please can I come out? Please can I come out? I put a TV in her room, so she had a TV, she has a tablet, she has a phone, and she has plenty of toys, so don't think that I tortured her in her room to stay in there. That was kind of the rule. If you're gonna stay home, or you had to stay home, you need to stay in your room. So she stayed in her room successfully the whole entire day, and I know she's ready to pop out of there because she's feeling so much better. But I'm hoping maybe that will make it so she doesn't give it to anybody else, but we'll have to see. In the past, it was very hard to keep kids in their rooms, and all the kids kind of mingled together, and that's how we all got sick. So anyways, wanted to pop on here for you guys to give you that update because that was like the main thing, was the COVID update. I'll see you guys in the morning. I'll give you guys an update to see if Jane's going to school or not. And then if she doesn't, I'll wait and end this video on either Wednesday or Thursday. Hopefully she gets to go back, and just keep you guys updated of how our week's going. Good morning, guys. I just wanted to hop on here real quick. Jane is not going to school today. She slept really good last night, and I woke her up this morning in plenty of time to like make sure she was feeling okay. And sure enough, she got up and got dressed, and then she was like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine. And then I was like, well, we need to see, because you haven't eaten much in the last few days. And she did say that she didn't really have an appetite still. And then once she was like standing up getting dressed and stuff, she was like, I actually don't feel that great. So I think she's still like on the mend. I don't think she's like, obviously she's not worse than she was. My concern was keeping her home today and her like bouncing off the walls, because yesterday afternoon she started bouncing off the walls. So it's probably for the better to let her get like one more good day of rest. I just know she's so antsy to get back because she's been gone for so long. So it's just Jackson again. He's watching his tablet this morning, which I rarely allow, but it's just me and you, bud, right? So again, hoping that she's the only one to get this, but I'll update you guys tomorrow morning. Look who I have.
Yeah.
2 kids ready for school.
I probably don't know what that means. Door, because he was standing there holding the doorknob, and now he called me stupid. Because it's not just.
This is what we do every morning. Lots of arguing. Jane, are you gonna let him in?
Yeah, I did. My legs then you're gonna have to shut the door by yourself.
So, hopefully they'll stop arguing in the background, but we are headed to school for the first time with both kids since the end of February. This video is kind of scattered all over the place because we've honestly had a crazy last few days. Jackson ended up getting the stomach bug yesterday, or actually it was 2 nights ago.
I only had like the stomach bug like 1 night.
Yeah, he was sick very short, so he is ready to go back to school today. So I didn't film yesterday morning when Jane went by herself because we were in a really big rush, and I was worried about Jackson, and also Piper got it as well. So Piper and Jackson got it at the same time. So it was a doozy, but it was kind of quick, and we just got them both done with, which was fine.
Well, I didn't know. We don't know about Piper yet. Maybe it just knew. Maybe it just knew where Piper was.
Yeah.
And he was wondering what to do.
Yeah.
But really, I literally just opened. I went in Piper's room, and I think I couldn't. I forgot to wash my hands, and now I got the stomach bug.
Yeah.
I think that's how I got the stomach bug.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, there's that. We had COVID, we got the stomach bug, but I think we're all on the mend. We've got 2 big kids going to school. They have like a booster-thon. We've been raising money for their school, like dance. What are they calling it?
They still call it the booster fun. Sometimes they call it the fun run. And
Right, but it's not a run, it's like a dance, right?
yeah. And they also call it the Sports City now.
Sports City now? So yes, we they have that today, which that's why they're not in their uniforms for school. They got to wear whatever they want. Sorry for that rattling. Bagheera's crate in the back rattles if he's not in it. I just need to take it out of the car. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I really just wanted to come on here and give you guys an update on COVID, and then all of a sudden we got the stomach bug, so that kind of made things interesting for the video because I didn't get to, my idea for the video was to have the kids be going back to school all excited together, and that just didn't happen. So I kind of wanted to close it out on a good, happy note. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did, and we'll see you guys in our next video. Guys, say bye.
Bye.
It's 7 o'clock in the morning.